Welcome to Anatomy 51. I am going to share my readings on the neck vertebrae's spinous processes. So these are the spinous processes of our cervical vertebrae. First row is the cervical vertebrae. Second and third, thoracic vertebrae. Fourth row is our lumbar vertebrae. Take a look at the spinous processes of the cervical vertebrae. They're short compared to the spinous processes of the thoracic vertebrae. So these are longer spinous processes. There's another unique characteristic of the cervical vertebrae, and that's a bifid spinous process. Take a look at the tip of the spinous process. It's split or divided. That's a bifid spinous process. C2 has a broad base spinous process, also with a bifid spinous process. This one is also bifid, and this one is slightly bifid, and it's not too obvious, but you can see a little split at its tip. C7 in this plastic model doesn't have a bifid spinous process. So the question that comes to mind is, which cervical vertebrae are bifid? I had to look at 5 anatomy books, and they have varied answers. 3 of these books say C2, C3, C4, C5, C6 are bifid, and C7 is not bifid. And 2 of these references say C3, C4, C5, C6 are bifid, and C7 is not. So there's a common answer to all of these references, that C7 is not bifid. I also look into internet sources. Radiopedia, you can look into their websites too, says there's a variable presence of bifid spinous processes. Orthobullets say C2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are bifid. And NCBI, check on their website too. I'll read their answer to my question. It says there, the bifid spinous process, while unique to cervical vertebrae, is not found in all cervical vertebrae of all individuals. While the numbers vary by study, it has been demonstrated that only C2, C3, and C4 consistently have bifid spinous processes. The prevalence decreases as one continues down the spinal column, with C7 having the lowest likelihood of being bifid. That's only 0.3% of the population. So there you go. I encourage you also to research on your own in the future. My role in presenting these video lessons is just to spark curiosity. So go fill up your little notebooks as you move along in your exciting journey. Thank you very much, and meanwhile, have a Merry Christmas. I have only one question for this lesson. Give me one unique characteristic of the spinous process of a typical, atypical, cervical vertebrae. And I'm pointing the answer now, so it will be easy for you. Thank you.